In today's video, we're gonna be looking at 10 of the most disturbing things caught on live streams. Let's get right into it. Late one night, a man decided to livestream himself playing the horror game Five Nights at Freddy's. He was in his room, alone with just one dim light on. After the game concluded, he just sat still for a moment, lost in his own thoughts, and was staring off camera. But in that quiet, still moment, something pretty scary that he didn't expect would happen. Out of nowhere, as he sat still, the one light behind him turned off completely by itself. He started looking around the room, his eyes darting left and right as if he was trying to find an explanation for why the light had turned off so suddenly by itself. His expression had shifted from one of calmness to genuine unease. Something like this happening while playing a scary game must be absolutely terrifying. A streamer named Ice Poseidon was sitting at an Italian restaurant in Los Angeles called Cafe Verona, minding his own business when all of a sudden, an older man approached his table with a menacing presence.
Hi.
I'm getting about 30 calls about you on my phone, and I'm a gangster, so you better fucking leave here.
The man leaned in close to Ice Poseidon and whispered urgently in his ear, "I've had around 30 calls on my phone about you, and you might want to leave now." He then threatened Poseidon by saying that he was a gangster and that he was messing with the mob. Ice Poseidon could sense the seriousness in the man's tone and the urgency of the situation. After a moment of stunned silence, he quickly apologized, recognizing that continuing to stay was not worth the risk.
I apologize.
You better leave now.
What's going on?
The sooner you leave, the better.
Okay, I will be gone then.
Without delay, he gathered his stuff and left the restaurant in a hurry. Probably the best thing to do in this scary situation, as you don't know what people would do these days. On the night of October 1st, 2015, a streamer known as Mr. Big was live streaming when all of a sudden, a police officer arrived at his residence. The officer was called because of a noise complaint made against Mr. Big. He was then arrested for apparently not giving the officer his full name. Shortly after, a man suddenly opens the door to Mr. Big's apartment while the stream was still on. The man then started picking up some of Mr. Big's belongings, such as some Nike shoes and Mr. Big's cell phone. The theft was quickly noticed by the viewers of the live stream. As soon as they realized what was happening, the moderators and viewers watching immediately contacted the police. Thanks to their swift actions, the authorities were able to track down and find this man shortly after he left. In the aftermath, all of Mr. Big's stolen items were recovered and returned back to him. A 17-year-old live streamer found herself in a tense and unsettling situation during a late-night IRL stream. Suddenly, she noticed a man standing in a dark corner, looking somewhat out of place. He seemed to be observing her from a distance. With a sense of growing anxiety, she continued to speak into the camera, trying to maintain her composure. The man's presence was unnerving, and her viewers could sense her growing apprehension. The man called out to her, asking for her name. She was hesitant to answer as she was getting disturbed by this strange man. He then says, "Why don't you come with me?" then pointed at a creepy basement apartment after she asks where.
Come with you where? Like where?
Right here?
Oh no, I'm good.
No?
The atmosphere around the stranger was just creepy. On top of his dark and creepy looking basement apartment, she makes the right decision to leave immediately from this creepy situation. Sir Gary Tube is a gaming vlogger and live streamer who one night was streaming himself playing Pokemon to his audience. After some time of playing the game, he decided to take a short break. While Gary was interacting with his audience, something straight out of a horror movie would occur.
My foot is killing me right now. Granted, I did drop my phone on it, and my phone...
The door behind him, which had been open, all of a sudden closed by itself. He turned around, startled by the unexpected noise, only to find the door being shut closed by itself. He initially stood in stunned silence, trying to process what he had just experienced. Gary decided to check with his roommate to see if he was by any chance responsible for this. Just moments after Gary walked away, the door began to move on its own again. It slowly crept open for a few seconds before it gradually closed all the way. He re-entered the room and stood there for a moment, clearly disturbed by this whole situation. On the night of August 2nd, 2017, a live streamer known as Burger Planet broadcasted a disturbing event that unfolded during his stream. He had just been attacked by a group of 6 individuals while walking down the street. The incident, captured live, left him visibly shaken. In the stream, Burger Planet spoke to his viewers, his voice trembling as he recounted the attack. He explained that he had been struck multiple times in the face and on his head. The attackers had also attempted to snatch his phone and destroy it, but his phone still managed to capture the entire attack.
Why are you doing that? Give me my phone, please.
So get off and leave us alone.
Stop. I didn't... Okay, I'm not...
They apparently just didn't like that he was filming them as he was doing a RL stream walking down the street. As he sat there recovering from the shock, he described how the repeated blows left him feeling dazed and in pain. What made the situation worse, he claimed, was the lack of help he received after the incident. The whole thing just left him traumatized. Jessica J, a vlogger and artist known for live streaming her artwork drawings, found herself in a tense and unexpected situation one night while streaming. As she was quietly drawing and listening to music, loud banging could be heard coming from her front door. The voices of several people could be heard shouting, "Run!" However, at first, Jessica seemed oblivious to the urgency as she had her headphones on. It wasn't until she removed her headphones that she realized something was terribly wrong. Her expression quickly shifted from confusion to scared as she realized what was going on outside.
Holy crap! Oh my god! Oh my god! I really smell something burning! I've got to go, this fire is spreading so fast.
A large fire could be seen rapidly approaching her building slowly. She was in pure shock and couldn't believe what was going on as she was freaking out. Without wasting any time, she grabbed her camera and brought it to the window to give her viewers a glimpse of the terrifying scene unfolding outside. She would end up leaving the building safely and stream the fire from outside. Luckily, no one was harmed in this scary incident. During an IRL stream, a streamer named Treebait was just streaming himself roaming the streets, interacting with viewers and minding his own business. However, things took a sudden turn when an altercation broke out between him and a stranger on the street corner. The interaction quickly escalated and things were getting serious. The streamer decided to leave this guy and try to get away quickly. Treebait then later told his viewers that the man had threatened him with a gun. For a while, it seemed like Treebait had managed to get away, as there were no sign of the stranger for a while. But just when he thought the danger was over, the man reappeared, ambushed Treebait from behind, and swiftly snatched his phone before sprinting away. The stranger managed to outrun the streamer and steal his phone. During a live stream on a subway in Asia, a streamer named CJ Wright encountered a bizarre and strange moment when a man appeared to be secretly taking photos of him while wearing a mask for an unknown reason. Initially, CJ Wright didn't seem too bothered by the situation. He even posed for a brief second, kinda playing along. However, the situation took a strange turn as this guy began getting closer to him, not saying a word. The silent approach, combined with the man's insistence on getting a picture, started to make CJ visibly uneasy.
Gotta get off pretty soon here, I think. Pretty soon. Maybe even the next stop.
CJ Wright stood up as he was getting uncomfortable with this guy. Just as CJ was standing up, the man suddenly walked right up to him, now only about a foot away, holding his camera a couple inches from CJ's face. The man then appeared to be satisfied once he got what he wanted, turning away and walking off shortly after. A streamer named Ripped Robbie experienced multiple paranormal events in real time during one of his streams. The events began when Robbie heard loud knocks echoing from somewhere in his room, despite the fact that he was completely alone and no one was at the door. The knocks were enough to make him pause, but as the stream continued, things only got creepier. The knocking on the door would happen once again, twice this time. He then says he's gonna go check on his dog, but just as he stood up, his Skype call, which had been working fine, began to lose connection, and his Xbox suddenly refused to work. There is a theory that spirits can apparently interfere with electronics, draining power or causing devices to malfunction, but things doesn't end there. His camera and microphone then suddenly fall over, crashing loudly onto his desk.
Oh my fucking god!
He jumps up quickly as he's visibly shaken by the unexpected collapse. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for weekly top 10 videos. Also, let me know in the comments which one of these stream moments you found the most disturbing. And also make sure to check out these videos right here for more top 10 videos.